Okay. The visual part of our test is resolution thing. So I don't know. Can you guys see the letters on the screen, like in this window here in the middle? Is it legible enough? Legible enough? Because that's, I don't know how to make that better, so I don't know. Okay, well, it's slightly legible. Okay, that's as good as it gets, probably. Okay, so we're gonna do 320 by 200 pixels. Okay, and it's a little bigger. Now I noticed when on my test recordings that there is an issue with it not being perfectly. Oh, good. You can see it on your phone. Awesome. Okay, so there's a sharpness issue I'm having with this whole thing because I'll show you what I mean. Hopefully you won't see what I mean because I noticed it being kind of blurry. So we're gonna do. Let's do like a river or something. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Super the best. Okay. So I kind of noticed. Actually, it's more noticeable, I think, with the brown. So let's make it a path. How is the? Is it crisp on? Is the image crisp enough? I don't know how to fix it if it's not. So. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Anna. Like anytime. Like I don't know how long I'll be here, but you know, every little bit helps. Let's put a happy little tree, right? Happy little tree. Sounds good, looks good, perfect. Better camera on. Yeah, I'm sitting closer to it because I'm actually working on my Surface Pro 2, which is the touchable screen. So I'm actually working like right there. And so what I want to ask is, in terms of graphical quality, it's good enough? Because I hope it is. Decently crisp. Let's put a happy little bush. Grab a webcam. Even at this quality of drawing, Jess, do you really want to be able to draw as good as this? In fact, hang on tight. Oh, hey Chad. Does Photoshop allow you to create your own color palette? Yes, there is. You can. It's called an indexed color palette. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the technical details, but when you do indexed color, so this is RGB right now. You can see it's RGB. But if you do indexed color palette, and I can choose a palette. They have such a thing under Windows mode. You can go to what is it again? Now I can't. I know the keyboard shortcut, which is now the keyboard. Oh, you know what? My keyboard shortcuts might have gotten messed up. You can do it. You can do index color. What? Oh yeah, I should take a note of what the webcam is what you were talking about. Multi-channel lab color. It's not. How am I drawing a blank now? It's not good. See, this is why we practice. This is why we have a practice. It's supposed to be index color, but I don't know how to get there. Oh, you know, it has to be 8-bit probably. Index color. Yeah, I actually have a palette that I can load. Custom load. I do have one in my files. But it's not really that helpful. It's not that helpful because when you do index color, it kind of... Yeah, I got a lot of files. It's a mess. Let's see. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, you know, hope to see you back. I do have the colors somewhere, so you can practice. I have a color palette for this, but anyway, I'll just pretend it's this one. what happens though is it becomes index color, and then you can't actually do multiple layers in this color space. So I just go back. I just do RGB, because if I wanted to make another layer and put a tree somewhere and move that tree around, it's easier to have them in separate layers. Like if I want to put a big tree here, and if it's on a different layer, I can just move it around. I can flip it or do whatever I need to. So that's kind of why I do the RGB color palette. Turn that. I see. Yes, thank you. I barely managed to figure that out as H dawns. Yeah, I did change it back to 8-bit. I've got Crimson Diamonds now at 32 or 64-bit game. I did the conversion, so sometimes I save stuff as 16-bit and I just forget. But yeah, it's an 8-bit channel now, as you can see here. Yeah, which honestly doesn't make much of a difference with with what we're doing here. But hey, whatever, right? Okay, so is this? You can see what's going on. I feel like when I was recording, the edges of this path between the grass was kind of blurry, but I don't know, kind of might be okay. I'm just going to paint in a little bit of grass, so I know which direction I want the path to be. So this is kind of going to give us the illusion that the path kind of goes this way. So do this, do some of this. Okay. Oh, I didn't comment. There. Let's delete this. And then what I can do is, if I want to drop in some shadows here, I can select just that tree and I can just start painting in shadows or something. Whoops. So, I'll go a little bit smaller. Right. And then smaller if you want to really get into some trunk. And deselect. It's kind of looking more tree-like. Oh yeah, and foliage. Let's see. I'm gonna try to. I also have to practice keeping track of chat. Okay. So why don't I just make this just chat? Oh, perfect. Okay. So you're just selecting colors from other image of the color. Yeah, I am. So what I have is I've got like this EJ color palette I'll have out when I'm first starting something, and then I'll just pick the colors out as they become more common on the actual canvas. But yeah, this is like literally a paint box. And let's see, what else do we have here? Recently fired up Photoshop 1. Oh my goodness. Ha! Yeah, this is Photoshop CS2. I bought the educational version of CS2 when I was in college, so that is the one I still use, and I think it's fantastic. That's all I need. But yeah, and the music I think probably loops forever now. Hopefully I'll try to make it so that it changes, because that's no fun for anybody to listen to the same stuff over and over again. But as long as you can kind of hear music and you can still hear me, that's cool. Yeah, get a playlist. Yeah, I gotta figure out, Dan, do you know how to do playlists in OBS? And then I'll start doing some blues, I guess, right? Oh, you know what? I gotta also, this is up north, so I'm going to put in some pine needles and some like evergreen trees. If that'll go over well, I think. No, but I'll figure it out. That's what I like to hear. I could even be a hair ladder. Okay, let's see what I can do about that. And then after that, I will put some coniferous trees in here. Let's see. Make me louder. Mic. Okay, how lows that? Put it up a little bit. Yes, Chad, yeah, they are kind of freely available. It's supposed to be freely available for people who've already purchased them, I suppose, but hey, they're not really paying attention. But I have, so I'm totally legit with it. I need to take off this comment. Yes, delete the comment. This comment too. Okay. And so we're gonna get into, oh yeah, so I said I was gonna do some pine type trees, so let's stick one here. Let's put it in front of the bush, sure. Sorry. Thanks for dropping by, SH Danya. Tuesday will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, so it's going to be a couple hours before this one. This is just me trying to make sure that when I actually really do a stream, that it's not just a messy disaster where people can't hear me. But so this is not a fluffy tree, so we're not going to do fluffy leaves. CS2 is the newest version you have, Chad? Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm sure it's, I'm sure it's fabulous CS6 or whatever they've got nowadays. But I'm particularly into it. And what I sometimes do if I'm just gonna go, you know what? I'm not there yet. Let's start. Oh, a cabin. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll take some suggestions while I'm here. This is, I don't know, maybe I'll go for, how long have I been doing this for? I'll go for, I don't know, half an hour to get an idea. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes. Wow, 10 more minutes. Cabin, sure. Let's, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select all this stuff, move it over. I don't have enough room for cabin yet. Oh, you know what? Sometimes I use a combination of mouse and keyboard shortcuts. Sometimes I don't just use the stylus. So let's just fill this all in. Let's fill that all in. Sure. Let's put a cabin over there. A really bad one because we're not going to be here for much longer. Okay. Cabin. So you know what? The brown's kind of, I'm going to make this start making with the cabin red because I don't want it to interfere too much with what we have right now. Okay, so why don't we just put like a, we don't have much room here, it'll be like a, okay, do one of these. And non-contiguous, sample all layers, so we can just get in there. All the bits. Oh no! I do a lot of switching between these two types of. Let's make the front of it. Oops. Yeah, it actually doesn't matter too much specifically what the colors are here, because when I import the graphics into Adventure Game Studio, that's where the palette's actually set as the 16 colors, and if something's kind of close, AGS will kind of force it into the exact EGA palette that I've got dictated there. So it's not too big of a deal if it's not totally like perfect here, because I know this is just one part of that process. What's nice about drawing old stuff is that it doesn't matter if it's a little bit wonky. It settles, right? Oh good. Stream looks good. Good. Also, you should update your background for Twitch. Oh, whoops. It does? I thought I had it wasn't the art one I had up. Oops. Where is that? I don't even know where to see that. Oh, that. Yeah, okay, Dan, I get what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. It's all right. I'm still... Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're doing like this house thing. And... So, is there any, in terms of any visual or sound or any type of other feedback you guys think I should try to do for Tuesday? Let me know, because I don't know if I'll do another one of these until Tuesday. So if everything's kind of acceptable, bring down the music. Okay, can do, can do. I prefer the music be really, really low. So yeah. Okay. Cool. More, less. Do more, do less. Too soft. Yeah, this is the devil's in the details, right? All right. Okay. 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 Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna put that on silent. Okay. What were we doing here? Yeah, this. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is now this. I don't really need this guideline anymore. I don't think. It's just good for me to have. I like to have. I like to have to start to know where I'm situated. Yeah, that works. Audio can be tricky. Yes, it is. Yeah, just ask Dan all the horrors of that particular aspect. It looks like the art will be a little easier to handle. And silence my phone. Yeah, yeah. See, you know, I need to make every mistake at least once. That's what we're going for. Okay. I think we're just about at half an hour. I don't even know if I'll keep this on the whatever it is, the list of videos that I have. But it's nice and blue over there, and let's just stick a nice happy little mountain. And then, yeah. It gets better, I promise. Just maybe not today. And also we're gonna get a sprite in there because this door is obviously way too small. But yeah, this has been a relatively painless set of mistakes. How long have we been going? 26 minutes. Okay, 4 more minutes for anyone to offer any feedback about whatever they're seeing. No, it wouldn't be a stick figure, Jess. It would be a Nancy Maple, like a little sprite. I just stick her in there usually on a separate layer, so that I get an idea of like, oh yeah, this is going to be ridiculously small for Nancy to be. It's too small. It's a cabin for it's like it looks, it's long and skinny. It's like for Chihuahua, those whatever those wiener dogs are called. It's for those dogs. So this is like a speak now or forever hold your peace kind of moment, because I'm probably gonna get off pretty soon. And if on the actual stream people ask, you know, they say, oh, this doesn't look right, then I'll just blame all you guys. I've taken your names down. I'll say, well, Jess thought it sounded fine, and Dan agreed with her. You know, it's just how it goes. Just point that finger. Good. Jess said she'd be the scapegoat. Okay. Well, see there, Dan, you just dodged a bullet. I'll just blame Jess for every shortcoming. Yeah. All right. I think that'll do. Let's make that a warning track. And the grass is growing up. Oh, that grass is blue. We don't want blue grass. There. That's fine. It's fine. And the door, Yeah, I promise I can draw better. It's a thing, right? I'm a sham. It's all clip art. It's all clip art. It's all assets that I stole from the unreleased Colonel's Bequest 2. That's what Crimson Diamond is. Not bad. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Hugo 4. Yeah. I could have sold my... Yeah, when I saw... So Skippy and I did a Let's Play of the Hugo games, and I gotta ask him if I'm allowed to stick that on my channel, because I enjoyed it quite a bit. We went through all 3 games, and I learned that, yeah, there's a market for EGA clip art back in the day, and I'm like, man, I was born too early. Okay. Okay, so that... Oh, you know what? We have 55 more seconds. MS Paint clip art. Yep. That's the aesthetic. Especially, well, there's some brushes that are very MS Paint. Like there's an airbrush that I remember back in the day that is extremely evocative of that era. Wow, that cabin. So you know what? With the cabin, what I might do. It's too tall. Let's just do one of those. Here we go. No one will know. These are the tricks. He did. Dan. So Dan, David P. Gray made enough to retire off of the Hugo games. Man, that is right there. That is dream. That is the dream, right? I was born too late. I think David P. Gray is awesome. You know, he blazed a trail. Aha! It's looking a little bit. It looks like a bit like a bread box, like a giant bread box with a roof. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know, then what I would do when the actual stream happens is, you know, you go in and you tell people all the little ways you can make it look like there's lighting when there's not lighting. Like extending this up here so it looks like a shadow. You'll see more of that on the real stream when we get this beautiful illusion of light that I think EGA is awesome for. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's going to take us to the 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll leave this up or not. I'm going to definitely have to watch back and see you know, how it looks. But thank you guys so much for coming and testing this all out for me. Tuesday will be a bit more structured. I'm going to have a whole intro thing and hopefully we'll get further. Although actually maybe we won't get as far because it took me half an hour to get to that stage of completion. But we'll see what we do. We'll see where we get. But anyway, thanks so much you guys for coming and helping me test this. It's EGA Bob Ross lessons. I don't think I'm as chill as Bob Ross. I come to realize that. When I said that I was doing a Bob Rossian type of thing, I realized it's so not my I get all excited when I'm on this and I get all hyper, so I don't think I'll be as chill as him. But hopefully you guys will take something out of it. Okay, cool. So thanks so much for coming, and then I'm leaving it all like this. I'm not changing anything. When I come back on Tuesday, it'll be absolutely perfect, 100%. Right? Okay. Good night, guys. Thanks so much.